The Basilisk, Memetic Hazards, and you. Hey, guess what? You just lost the game. You just lost the game. It's okay. You probably didn't tear out your hair and weep after finding this out. The game is a baby basilisk. Basilisks paralyze with a look. Their memetic counterparts infect through awareness alone. The game is innocuous because it speaks to no hidden depth. When a basilisk gazes deep into the soul, you're in trouble. The Roko's basilisk thought experiment functions similarly. Awareness of the basilisk is enough to damn the perceiver. Though there are many, many internet basilisks, I'm going to focus on two in this video: the Black Pill and the conspiracy Project Pogo, Project Zephyr. If you're reading this, it's too late. This conspiracy starts with a dead man's tape. He's an elite Illuminati insider, and he is warning America of a horrific project that is already underway. The globalist, Zionist, Illuminati reptilian cabal is threatened by the Great Awakening of true American patriots by way of memes and YouTube videos. Now, they'd initially thought, let's just censor these bastards. But in their infinite wisdom, they decided upon this. I'll let the conspiracy speak for itself. If you are watching these channels, if you are informed, if you're awake on these issues, they want to tag you, they want to track you, and they want to know exactly who you are. And why is that? They're going to exterminate these people. This is a perfect modern conspiracy. You are dangerous because of the YouTube videos you watch, the beliefs that you have, and there are forces that care about this enough to kill you for it. Let's see the Basilisk. This conspiracy is not like the game. It's targeted at a specific group of people. The group of people who the conspiracy claims would be targeted. It's seamless. The paranoia is evoked and captured within the conspiracy itself. Anybody not in the know would be unlikely to read about this conspiracy in the first place. Only the people who would be targeted are targeted. The fact that you're aware of this conspiracy will lead to your death. The fact that you're aware of the game means you've lost. The vector of infection is the political belief itself. It's the weak point where the memetic venom seeps through. The basilisk smiles, as best as a chicken can smile. The other thing, I've written before about how nearly all internet-based beliefs do not significantly affect the lived experience of the believer. The internet fascist lives the same cookie-cutter life as the internet communist. These ideas generally fail to cross the digital threshold, but they do serve to isolate the believer. Project Zephyr's supposed execution date has already been passed, but for many believers, the meme induced dread, further isolating them from the world. The Black Pill. The Black Pill philosophy is one centered on a sort of pseudo-divine nature, a biological determinism that ensures vast amounts of the male population will be involuntarily celibate forever, due to circumstances far beyond their control. Who does this philosophy target? Online virgins. The only people who would find out about the Black Pill are people who would be considered hopeless in the philosophy itself. This is a case of tailless foxes convincing young foxes to cut off their tails. And of course many do. It has many vectors of infection. Chin size, face and eye shape, wrist size, height, and of course penis size. If any one of these is cursed with predetermined inadequacies, you are doomed to eternal virginity and lovelessness. Basilisks. These digital basilisks are many. They take a vector of infection, something generally innocuous, something related to your body, your beliefs, your interests, your childhood, etc., and it recontextualizes them according to a toxic reality tunnel. Like the new believer is able to recontextualize their entire life as a journey to whatever religion they've happened into, the basilisk makes terrible sense of your life. What is the goal of the basilisk? To spread itself further. But unlike memes, it wounds the infected, sometimes quickly, sometimes over years and years of belief. Now, having seen my last two videos, you may be wondering how it is the basilisk relates to the myth of the internet and the four digital demons. The relation between basilisk and my myth monsters is best understood through demonology. Each demon in Solomonic tradition rules over many other, smaller demons. Basilisks are these little demons. They trap those who wander the web and draw them deeper in toward each great beast. For example, a basilisk like the black pill deepens the reliance on porn, which serves the spider, and one like Zephyr makes the believer more reliant on their extreme beliefs to defend against these active threats. Like a Freudian neurosis, the basilisk belief will defend itself to the death, destroying the life and body of a believer long before it will give up. These bad ideas build communities. One feels immense kinship with other foxes who gave up their tails, and will happily spread memes, convert young people, and in extreme cases, demand acceptance from wider communities. A bad idea can decimate a community. Perhaps the most important point to clarify is just how good a basilisk feels. Literally all of your troubles, your suffering, your confusion is clarified. It all suddenly makes sense when you look at it with the basilisk's eyes. The continually true analogy is the Matrix. Only the internet is a pharmacy and every red pill traps you in Wonderland. Each promises that it is the red pill that will break you free from your life, and each one just fucks you. The cure. Medusa and the Gorgons are very like basilisks. Both have serpentine elements and turn men to stone with a gaze. It takes the mirror shield of Minerva to see Medusa without dying. One should be careful gazing into the abyss directly. The digital basilisks would work because they pierce you and envenom you in places you were not even aware of, and the venom reforms your body accordingly. Know thyself. If you have true self-knowledge, the basilisk will be unable to infect you. The problem is that essentially nobody has self-knowledge, but pretty much everybody has internet access. So polish your mirror shield. There will be more and more basilisks that get better and better at crossing the digital threshold. And the only way that we are able to discern them is through memes. And that is because memes matter.